السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Welcome to Math Cinema. موضوع النهاردة مهم جدا جدا وهنتكلم فيه عن الكوادراتيك ايكويشن وعن الكوفيشنت اوف x باور 2، فياريت تركزوا معايا. احنا لو عندنا function f of x equals ax باور 2 plus bx plus c، دي اسمها كوادراتيك فانكشن. اسمها ايه؟ اسمها كوادراتيك فانكشن. وبيبقى عندنا الكوادراتيك means ان عندنا ايه؟ الديجري equals 2. quadratic function means that the function has x power 2. The function is a polynomial where the greatest power is 2 at f of x equal 0. So we search for the value of x. Listen to me. So we search for the value of x that makes the function equals to 0. So we have ax power 2 plus bx plus c equals 0. This is called quadratic equation. And to solve the quadratic equation, you are going to use the general formula x equal negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now let's see the graph of the quadratic function. So to draw any function, you are going to use a table. So here you have a table. Here you have x and its value in the machine, which is f of x. Y equals f of x. And you have the table for some points. And then you are going to use these points in the machine. Then get the value of y. And then you are going to draw your curve. When you draw the quadratic function, the curve should be like this. The curve maybe decreases, and then at a point the curve is flipped and it increases. Or the curve maybe increases and then at a point it decreases. So this point is called the vertex. So we have here the vertex is minimum point, and here we have the vertex is maximum point. So the vertex of the curve may be minimum or maximum, or the curve maybe looks up, or the curve maybe looks down. Now let's have a curve where the vertex is maximum point. So here we have a curve where the vertex is maximum point. And we have the solution of this equation is L and M. So the solution or the roots of the quadratic equation ax power 2 plus bx plus c equals 0 is the point of intersection with x-axis. Why? Because as we said, the quadratic equation when the function f of x equal 0 or y equal 0. F of x is the friend of x or y. So in x-axis the value of y always 0, then the solution is a point on x-axis whose y is 0. Here you have this point is L on x-axis and the second coordinate is 0. Here y equal 0. And also here you have the second root is a point m, 0. So the quadratic equation gives you the value of x that makes the machine equal to 0. So the solution is the intersection points with x-axis. Also, all of you know that the quadratic curve has a symmetric axis at the vertex. The vertical line is the symmetric axis for the quadratic curve. So let the vertex is at a point x node and y node. So the vertical line x equal x node is the symmetric axis. So symmetric axis means that the left part is equivalent to the right part. Also here you have x node, which is the x coordinate of the vertex, and here you have y node, which is the y coordinate of the vertex. Since x equal x node is the symmetric axis, then x node equals the mean of the two roots. So x node equals L plus m over 2. From the symmetric axis, you have that the distance from L to x node equals the distance from x node to m. So x node equals L plus m over 2. Also, to get the value of y node, you are going to substitute by x node in the machine, which is f of x. So you have y node, which is the second coordinate of the vertex, equals a times L plus m over 2 power 2 plus b times L plus m over 2 plus c. And since the curve has two roots, then the vertex point should be above x-axis, or y node should be positive. If y node is negative, then the two roots are vanishes, like this. If y is a negative value, then the curve doesn't intersect with x-axis. So because the curve intersects with x-axis, then y should be positive number. So here you have a L plus m over 2 power 2 plus b L plus m over 2 plus c bigger than 0. Now let's expand this inequality, and we have a trick that 1 equals half plus half. So c equals half c plus half c. Here I collected the terms that contains L and the terms that contains M, because L and M are two roots. So I collect L and M. And also we have a term AML over 2. This term comes from the expand of the square bracket. Here we have 2AML over 4 gives you AML over 2. This inequality is bigger than 0. Now we have another trick. All of you know that quarter equals half minus quarter. So this term can be written as AL power 2 over 2 minus AL power 2 over 4. And also this term can be written as AM power 2 over 2 minus AM power 2 over 4. And we have the sum of these terms equals to 0. From the quadratic equation, we have L and M are two roots. Then M satisfies the equation, so AL power 2 plus BL plus C equals to 0, divide 2, gives you AL power 2 divide 2 plus BL over 2 plus C over 2 equals 0. And by similar for M. So the remainder will be negative AL power 2 over 4 minus AM power 2 over 4 plus AML over 2 bigger than 0. So now we can take negative A over 4 as a common factor. So we have negative A over 4 times L power 2 plus M power 2 minus 2ML bigger than 0 times 4. So we have negative A times L power 2 plus M power 2 minus 2ML bigger than 0. And now you can see that L power 2 plus M power 2 minus 2mL form a square bracket. So you have negative A times L minus M all power 2 bigger than 0. So now we have negative A times a square bracket bigger than 0. And all of you know that the square bracket is always positive, and we have two quantities times each other. The answer is greater than 0, which is a positive value. So we have negative times negative equal positive, or positive times positive equal positive. So because the product of the two quantities is positive, so it must be negative times negative or positive times positive. Here we have the square bracket is positive, then negative A must be also positive number to be positive times positive. So we have negative A is a positive number bigger than 0. So we have negative A bigger than 0, divide negative 1, then the inequality is flipped. So we have A is smaller than 0. So if the curve has a maximum point, then A should be negative number. I hope that this video helps you to understand the quadratic curve, and see you soon in the next videos, inshallah.